No, back yeah. Be regular, say me no, cause I never, baby, over. Because we don't learn lessons. See this life.
Thank you so very much. Hello and welcome to the Chronicle podcast. This is Samuel Lyon. It's another episode of this great podcast. I'm so elated to bring this on to you. I'm happy we've been putting out these episodes every single week, trying to bring in the best guests and the best personalities we could find. And this next guest is one I'm so elated and happy to bring on. This is 1 year in the making. We've been planning on getting this done, and I'm so proud and fucking happy to get this done. I'm already cussing, you know what that means. Picking guests for this podcast is something I really take close to home. It's something that I really put my heart out because every guest needs to meet a certain criteria for me to see what we try to do. And on the Chronicle podcast, it's always a whole lot over here. Joining me for a sit-down conversation is none other than one of the best, someone I call friend. He's someone's brother, he's someone's friend, he's someone's colleague. He's a musical artist. Some know him as Andy Efiel, others know him as Grati. Please make welcome Grati on Chronicle podcast. Grati, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm fine. Grati, thank you so very much for making time to get this done. I, just like I said earlier in the introduction, this is 1 year in the making. I just wanted to get your take on this entire process, getting here, because I remember reaching out to you a year ago and we were supposed to get this done.
Yeah.
And all through that time, leading up to now, you've put out 2 more singles from the last time we had a conversation. I just wanted to ask about the journey and experience all through this far, and how grateful I am, first of all, that you are here. Thank you so very much.
First of all, I'm delighted to be here. It hasn't been so easy for me in the music line. I mean, I've been trying to see how I can put myself out there, how I can get some good energies from my fans and my friends and more. So actually, it's something I love doing. Music is something I love doing. I've been doing music for the past 12 years now. Yeah, so I just believe in hard work and consistency.
Yes.
So that's it. That's the main point of it. Hard work and consistency.
Obviously we're going to get into the musical side of things.
Okay.
But this, for me, the Chronicle part for me is always, like the name says, the Chronicle. We are trying to encapsulate everything from the journey and everything. So I did say in the intro, some know him as Andy Efiel, others know him as Grati. Grati is the character, the musical act, the stage name and all. That's the personality of Grati for yourself. That's what you walked in to push. But for those that would want to know the man behind the character Grati, all we have to tell us on who is Andy Efiel.
Okay. Andy Efiel, as everybody knows, that's my legal name.
Yes.
Man, I'm a cool person to be with. Then seriously, I'm a very nice person. Please know me. I'm a very plain person. I like to clear my conscience wherever I am. I like good energies and more. Yeah, so that's it about me. Apart from the music line, I'm a very chill person.
And it's funny because the era you have to have a certain relationship with the guest. You that met through social media and all. For you, you're one of those. I believe you are the first one since that this YouTube podcast. You're the first one that I've known for years.
Yeah.
And when he says a chill guy, I'm like, I've been very chill and everything, but really you are chill.
I'm chill, seriously.
About music, because as a Nigerian, I know I'm fortunate to say this because as a Nigerian, you say that you are in the church business or you are way into the music business or it's the football and soccer. Like there's always one you are deadly or you are the ones that we don't want to say was the wrestling fans. But it's more of like there's something that in Nigeria will always be obsessed about. Either those, just like I mentioned. So why music for you?
Music to me it's something inborn. I mean, it's a natural ability for me. And to see myself loving good sounds, quality music, and more. Even music, I don't even know the languages from different languages, French and Spanish and more. I get to listen to them because yeah, at some point they are inspiring me, maybe by the sound or the lyric. That's it. So music is just something I love doing. Yeah.
And we could see that because obviously researching for this particular sit down, I had to go to your catalog on Spotify. I asked for the link and I was just going through it, which I have questions for that. And you encapsulate it because it's more of like the sound you would hear from an artist,
Yeah.
and you would have questions. Oh, okay, this one knows what he's doing. And that was what I gathered because obviously I had a lot of questions there which you will get in, but I'm still on the act of getting to know. So, would you say the environment you grew up in and like the people around you at the time, like, because obviously there's something that the environment really has a lot to do with what you end up loving
Yeah.
and put in work. So, your environment growing up have a lot to do with your likeness for music?
Yeah, at some point it did because my music is reality.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So a lot of things I put out in my music are the things that happen in my environment, things that happen with me, my friends, and much more. That's it. So I mainly do music based on reality. That's how I that's how I do my music. Yeah, I like it being so real, everything. That's it.
And getting into the reality side of things, I remember when you last year when I started, I'm like, okay, so I'm launching to YouTube, I'm trying this, and you reached out and we had a conversation, and you were like, oh, I just put out my single out that. I think that was months before we entered because it was the new year.
Yeah.
So your first track was already out 2024.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, like Gratis is like obviously I know the Gratis, I knew Andy. I'm like,
Yeah.
Andy is so music. I'm like, cause you just like you say the chill because like I can't imagine, like I wouldn't even imagine like in the music. And it took me on to listen to the track. Oh, okay. And I think there was a part of me that wanted to be like, I would let me just see, just let it not be face for Andy, like Andy will just be like, because the people that will see you and your character and how you are, and like yeah, music, and like it's will not really. Have you had that kind of conversation where people are like, oh, I don't know you're into music or
Yeah.
like, because your character really doesn't put you in where you're gonna have stage and all of that, but through seeing your pictures and videos of some of the events you have to do, I'm like, oh, okay, he's really doing this thing. So have you had people come up to you talking about your character? And
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah,
my
I've
music?
had a lot of people.
And what's like the conversation? Like just put me in the room where that kind of setting, setting where that kind of person is taking place. What are you telling them? How is it? How are they taking what you're telling them?
Okay. Last year,
Yeah.
December, I had this musical show at August.
Yeah.
So after the whole performance, I didn't even know I had my fans were there. Like plenty of my fans were there. I don't know them. Most of them I don't know them. And one person was like, "Oh, Andy." Like she called me Andy. I was like, "Who called me?" Like I turned my back to someone I know. She was like, "Andy, wow, I didn't know you were into music." I said, "Oh." I was like, "Oh." So a lot of people don't know I'm into music, but as times are going on, I'm going for my shows and all of that, so people get to know me much better.
So in terms of like getting to your career now, and your gigging music and that, what's like the craziest thing that has happened to you in this, you doing this music thing?
The craziest
The
thing,
craziest, like what's like the craziest thing? You're like, oh shit, that one, like, damn.
Well, I'll say there's a certain time I was confirmed for an event to perform. I was paid. So I got there early. I had to just see how I can get myself fixed up and see how I can get my song arranged, and since it's a new place. So I was confused at some point getting to fix myself and get the good energy I want for I was there. I mean, I spent time. I saw when the whole setup started and all of that. But when it came for time for performance, like I saw different people and trying to, because I don't know what happened. The management, the event managers, I don't know what really happened because I didn't get to meet them personally. They sent me an email, so I replied, and I didn't get to meet them personally. So I didn't know what was happening. Like I was getting some information that they're coming and all of that. But I had to sit and just chill up. Then I didn't see anyone coming to me like calling Grati or calling me to perform. I was like, what's going on? Like, does this guy know I'm here? Like, what's happening in this place? I was so confused and I just stood there for about extra 1 hour. Then I left. I felt a little bit weird, but that's the past story.
So you were paid to be there,
Yes.
and they ended up not using you for the event.
Yeah, because I couldn't like meet the management in person. I don't know who even texted me. I just received an email like we are performing. I don't know if they had a bad management, so I think so.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
so.
That's great because I can imagine like putting in the work and making sure that you are showing up for the events, you are putting everything in place and ended up not being part on stage,
That's weird.
but you were paid.
That's speed. That's weird.
No, that's that one now. Well, the good thing is like you were paid.
Yes.
The worst thing is being there and like waiting for the people and you did not perform and then somebody come up to you, we are sorry we could not. Shit. I wanted to ask because in terms of like starting this gig, just like his experience you just mentioned now, there are sometimes um, you want to plan in your this okay you are reaching out how do you do your how do you prepare for any performance like imagine this one that happened like I believe you would have like your own ritual like what do you do before you get on stage if you are being for an event or you have an event to perform in do you not go out for like 2 days to the event and like I'm not stressing my body I'm not talking like what's like your prep for any performance that you have.
Okay. So before I get on any gig, I have to be prepared, like mentally prepared, and I just have to put myself in order, knowing that I have a task and I must deliver. It's the most. Like it's my craft. I love it, and I have to put out my best. So most times I get to re-listen to my songs, like re-listen to them and feel the vibe, feel the energy, and just see how I can put myself together. Like, oh, you're meeting thousands of people, hundreds of people, you don't even know them, but just make them feel this impact. Leave this impact with them. Yeah, that's it.
That's amazing. All right, we will get back to you on this. This is still the Chronicle podcast with Samuel Lyon. Still here with me is Grati, and when we come back, we're going to give you the continuation of the conversation. You would not want to miss this. All right, so I had a moment where I was because one thing about me, because of like my goal of wanting to communicate with people, have a conversation with people. That was why podcasting was one of the first things that I always knew I wanted to do before it became podcasting. Radio and TV presenting like that was it. So when podcasting was the thing, I jumped in on it during the pandemic. In 2020, and I thought I've not stopped since. Obviously, I've had my time of like, taking time off, not wanting to do it, hating it, coming back, but I still come back and I'm here again.
Yeah.
And this is what I believe this should be like one of the most consistent time I've been in years. And I had, as of this setting, we should already be in 50 something contents, something videos, podcasts, interviews, shows, content. I'm like, what? Within 2 months. And somebody told me, somebody commented, wait, do you know that you have released up to like 50 something, 50, at that point 51 videos? I'm like, it's a lie. I had to go check. I'm like, wait, 51 videos, like, because these were like December to now. I'm like, crazy. And it feels like I've not done anything. And I'm like, oh, so this is what they talk about when they say you want to be consistent. And there are times, there are days, some of those videos I would see, there are ones I'm like, I did not even want to be on. Like I never want to on anything light, camera. I don't want to do anything. But I'm like, oh, I chose to do this. I want to do this. This thing needs to be out by now because everything is structured and planning.
Yeah.
Sitting right here with you, I have things on the chopping board that have yet to be edited, things that are yet to be. I'm like, oh shit, if this thing passed two more days, that content doesn't have any value anymore because the time for it is going. And I'm like, shit. So these are the things we get to deal with. And I had to, while preparing for you, um, I had to listen to three of the tracks that is out right now, which we will drop the link on this description of this video. So on Spotify, on YouTube, wherever you want to listen to your music, you can go check Gratis and do the. But I was so interested in like three. It's storytelling from is your uniqueness of storytelling for me. That was it. It's as if other times I would listen for as a fan.
Yeah.
This was when I'm like I'm listening to like talk to you about it. And this was so funny because it just took me to this Instagram. There's one Instagram account that is like, I know this music versus I understand this music.
Yeah.
That was what happened to me today prepping for it. I'm like, oh, I realized the storytelling you had, and I want you to talk to me about most of this track. One of your track,
Yeah.
you were taking us on a journey, on an experience story of a girl that goes there, right? Then another of your track, this is you in like a Playboy era. And I'm like, okay. And just all the freaky shit that has been going on in that music, that's crazy. We're gonna put the names down. And then there's another track, the latest one. We're talking about a girl that is comparing to people, you are being stressed now. I'm like, this is different phases of you, of your experience of the journey. And I'm like, how much of this is you and how much of this is the storytelling behind the music? And I want us to attack this one by one. So you get to choose which one you're gonna drag first. We have the Casanova phase, that's the name of the track, Casanova. We have Aquafina about the ghosting gig, and then this other one with the comparison game. Everything is so in line with maybe the time of the current era and everything. So tell me which one you think we need to attack first, because I was so interested in all of this.
Okay. The big one there. Let's start with Casanova.
Okay. So Casanova, this is you in your the freaking. I'm like, damn. Like I don't know. I kept on saying I don't know Andy like this. I'm like, okay, maybe this is Gratis I'm dealing with. I'm like, he's Gratis like this. So tell me about this track. What was going on with you in doing this time? And I was right now this track. This was this Casanova released 20th September 2024. As of right now, it has over 1,265 plays on Spotify. You can go stream it, and as I'm telling you the story, maybe this might push you to go listen to it. So, what was
Deep one there.
I was like, I need to talk about this.
Deep one. So, Casanova. The song, the title.
Yes.
It's just about me. Don't get it twisted. I met this certain girl in school. Like, oh, nice meeting you, Gratis. I've known you for about 2 years. You've been so calm, and I've not seen you with a girl. Like, it was just a casual conversation.
Yes.
Like, oh, I think I'm not ready. I think I'm good. She was like, but you look like a playboy. She told me I look like a playboy. I was like, playboy? Do I really look like a playboy? She said, yeah, you do look like a playboy. I was like, oh, I don't know. Then it wasn't up to 2 weeks. Almost similar. Another female friend on Facebook was like, you look like a playboy. I was like, playboy me? I don't think I'm a playboy. So I was now having to check my life, check my my love life actually,
Yes.
then try to see if I'm a playboy. I was like, am I really a playboy? And I just thought about it. I think I can write something about this. I mean, something inspirational, trying to let these guys know that, man, this guy is just a cool guy, you know. Not what you think. Don't mind the look, don't mind the artistry, like, I'm just cool. Like, I just have to put that sound straight to just to address some certain things about me.
Why do you think you were getting a lot of that at that time?
I don't know. I was just wondering, like,
What you to get deep into it? Was it like the first? This was like the because this is the first track.
yeah, that's
This was so. Is it like were you already into like the music game, trying to do gigs out in the music game? Like were you already imbibing the character before they saw this, or what would you think of? Because like that's the last thing somebody like I would think somebody would want to accuse you of. Kind of like an alleged. Oh, okay, like what would you think they would have that kind of ideology?
At first, I just like, is this coming from the sky, or because I don't know I look like that. I don't know I talk like that, or I'm feeling that
Well,
way.
if it looks like that, you can tell me in the comment section.
So that's me. I don't know I look like that. I don't know I talk like that. But having to come from two different persons, they don't even know themselves, but they're saying the same thing. I'm like, something is wrong somewhere. I have to check. I have to check myself.
So
Well,
that inspired you writing this, putting it on the song.
yes, that inspired me to put that out.
So
Trying to gain my clarity.
this track did not sound like you having clarity. This was like you telling us things. Now, these girls you're talking about,
Yeah.
was there any interaction with outside this conversation that you had with them?
Outside,
Yes. After this conversation with them and you wanting to do this track, was there any further conversation with these girls?
the second girl, I thought I was going to put this out.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was going to put it as a music. I thought I was going to go to the studio then see how I can get something fixed, because we just had a little argument online. Which she was like, "Ah, you really look like one," and oh, really? So at my spare time, I had to sit down and rethink, and I just had that inspiration. Just had to put things down. Afterwards, I told her I'm going to write a song about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you took the review. I want to take it like that. You
Yeah.
took reviews of
Yeah.
what people or how they saw you at that time.
Yeah.
You took that as not only because there are some people that will say things like that to them and it will get to them and they'll not do anything, but this is you taking it and okay, so we can work on it. So you imbibe this character and you try to, pen it down and okay, how can I put it in a song?
Yeah.
So everything that happened in this track
Yeah.
has nothing to do with your character.
Well, I'm not saying. I mean, 80% of.
Oh my God, I'm like,
Because
you're
this
talking about
this is
bending
them calling
somebody
me a
over.
Casanova. Am I a Casanova?
Are you asking me? Because you were saying in the track, like, how you, I'm like, we are bending somebody over in this track. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm like, it was just like a whole lot of things going on in that track. I'm like, wow, this is. I was here, I'm like, goodness gracious, I can't wait to talk to you about this. I'm like, what about this? But sincerely, like, I love the track because it came up freaky, it came up like vibey, and as well as like your Friday night kind of track.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the clubby kind of thing, but it was the story in it too. And I'm like, oh, okay. As the cool kids will say, maybe you were like in your whole phase, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, okay. No, I love it was another thing. It was like, although it was freaky, but it was in a unique way.
Yeah.
Also, I really want to talk to you about it, and I love the story I heard because it really did put things in perspective for me. Because I'm like, I was trying to like separate it. Okay, this is supposed to like Andy, but maybe the musical artist is Nashawo. But like, okay, so even if Nashawo, like, how it take Indigo Gas addressed this. So I like what she said about that. All right, so you choose the second track that you want to talk about. So you addressed Casanova. You have Regular, the latest track, and then Aquafina. Which one of these do you want to talk about?
Aquafina.
So now comes this is just months away from our Casanova dropping, and you drop Aquafina, which as of right now has 1,443 plays on Spotify. Please go stream that because this next one was amazing. This came out, I think, days after Valentine.
Yeah.
Was that a strategic move to do that?
Yeah, somewhat.
Because the story in this particular track is why I was like, oh, was it strategic to drop it before, after Valentine? Because this was about a girl that goes there.
Yeah.
What's the story in it?
Deep one.
I don't want to laugh, but like at this point,
Why am I
I'm like,
putting my stories out? Yeah. Okay. It's reality. Yeah.
so
After Casanova, after Casanova song, and a few months later, I met this girl. Yeah. I don't know even my lover boy. That's me. I don't know. So I met this girl.
Yes.
So we're like, oh, okay, I like you. I want to get to know much more about you. She's like, cool, yeah. She was giving me that vibe, and I was liking it. I was now falling for the vibe, getting interested, getting soaked in it. She was giving me the same energy, but all of a sudden, she ghosted. I don't know what happened. Hold her. She didn't pick my calls. She didn't return them. She didn't text back. Like, what's going on?
You met this girl.
Yeah.
How long were you with texting?
We've been texting for about 1 month plus.
You've never seen her.
Yeah, just once.
You saw her once.
Yeah.
So maybe she was in your town.
Yeah. Once.
Okay. You never knew where she was there.
Yeah, she told me.
But you never went there.
No, I didn't. We're just trying to get to know much more about us then.
And then
It was getting deeper then.
what do you think she ran away? Ghosted, sorry.
That's the problem. I don't know. I don't know why she did that.
This is as we have said right here. This was wow. Poetically, this is now a year after that.
Yeah.
Have you been able to reach back out?
No, I didn't get a text back. I mean, I got fed up at some point.
So this one has not reached back out to you,
She didn't reach back.
and then you put it on the song.
Yes. Let it be there. Maybe someday she might get to listen.
Okay, so I was interested to know what how the process was trying to record this particular one, because to me it's a shift in mindset. I would believe the excitement in recording the previous track is way different, because now this is an emo kind of song. The emotion is definitely separate. You have to now tap into another character, because that's one of the things I love about your tracks.
Yeah.
It was everything, just like I said, the storytelling stage. So, and it's like different phases. So what was like the process trying to record this?
Just I mean, I just had to do the pen work.
Obviously.
Once I did the pen work, man, I called my producer. I was like, I have something to put out, yeah. So I need us to cook something. I mean, cook beats. I mean, that's what I mean. So we got the rhythm, the vibe, and just had to put heads together, see how we can create something beautiful. And it came out successful.
Thanks. So, because I was curious I love the fact, because I'm like, oh, now about dragging, because I obviously, as a guy, you putting out a track like this, you know it's going to be met with two people or two people like, oh, they will love this, oh, I love this kind of thing, oh, he's telling our story and everything. And there's other side of people like me that are like, we can tell everybody say they ghost you. Like, it's not a story you want to tell. Like, how did your friends, take this track?
Mm. Okay, man.
Because this is you putting yourself in the chopping board.
Yeah.
You'll be the joke of the month.
Yeah. Yeah, I have good friends. I have crazy friends, man. My friends came to my DM like gratitude. This piece, I mean, you're telling us a story. What happened, man? Guy, you gave it to you, never tell me. Like, they put me out of the game. Like, guy, man, this really happened. I passed the message. Like, man, that's good. My guys know me. They know I like everything being so real. I like being real. I mean, all my vibes. So they get to vibe with me as well.
So the name, Grat,
Yeah.
is there a meaning to that? Because I was trying to like maybe this one out. Is it a coinage? Is it a short form of something? How did you come about this?
Yeah.
Because it's unique. It's something I've not heard from someone else.
Yeah. So is actually gratitude. So,
Oh.
yeah.
You just because I was hearing you when you said my friends call me grab them like
Yeah.
is that it? So why did you choose to go with that?
Actually, when I started the music P, I mean, the name Gratitude was the first name I used in my music line, Gratitude. So when I had to restructure, I had to change the name to Gratitude. I mean, it means something but short form Gratitude.
Wow, that's amazing. Then this track is the latest one that you dropped. As of right now, this is over 1,699 listenership on plays, sorry, on Spotify.
Yeah.
So the title of this track was obviously kind of, I don't know what to expect. I went in them like, okay, let me listen to other tracks, and listening to Regular, the first thing that came to mind was, he's speaking about I resonated with it about like the times we are in. This was the way I took us. From my own lens, I was saying it like, okay, right now, nobody wants to be regular.
Yeah.
Everybody is striving to be something more that they would deem for themselves.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, I listened to that and saw you take me on a journey on your own personal journey, and telling me how this character, is with somebody, and now getting to everyday deal with comparison game, and you talking about, because one of the things I try to ask my guests that come in here, personal question, is like expectations. Are expectations is it supposed to be a choice right now for any relationship? Because they say times have changed.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
but I believe we human beings, not everything there are some things that would never change. I would not want to be friends with somebody that is not valuable in any way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah.
So I could get somebody having an expectation for you, or expectation from you.
Yeah.
It's how you manage that. That's the story here. But I like how you talked about how I'm trying to give love, but I'm getting stressed all the way. I'm getting to deal with comparison. I'm getting to deal with it. You always be mentioning names on there. You're comparing me to this. You're comparing me to Mika. You're comparing me to Chikudi. Like, it's all of those things. And like, as a man, I could just resonate with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. Sometimes, because we feel as if we are the only ones going through something.
Yeah.
Until you hear somebody else's, and you're like, oh, okay, shit. I thought I was the only one here. So like, tell me about this track. Because sometimes, imagine as I was listening to it, I was listening to your story, but I was now selecting the emotion based on mine. I'm like, oh, I'm taking it on the personal level. Like, okay, in the world I'm living in, in the society I'm living in, nobody wants to be regular. I'm resonating with it in a different way. It will be the same thing for somebody else listening. So what was your headspace at this time going to record a track like this?
Well, Regular it's quite very inspirational. I mean, to me, my fans, and more. And I got that in school. I mean, something happened. A friend of mine was so down at some point, getting to be compared, and a lot of things happened, a lot of negative things happened, and it was almost similar things that happened to me. I had to contrast from my old singles and try to see what was going on, and then I had to pack it up in regular. Yeah, I had to pack it up. It's all about life experiences. I mean, both in the past and the present. I mean, so I just thought about it because um, since it's music, I mean, people want to hear something, people want to hear stories.
Yes.
And since it's authentic and it's realistic, I mean, I just had to put that piece out. I mean, I didn't know how, I didn't know it was going to be regular. I just had to contrast everything, then see how I can build something. Then boom, I had regular.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's it.
So if I were to dig into like others, because you told me about like you listen to everything.
Yeah.
What's your favorite genre?
Yeah, Afro pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a crazy question. So you are the second musical artist I've had on, but the first in person,
Okay.
right? Mount Rushmore is um, the greatest in your own lens, and it has to be four in number, right? Four persons.
Yeah.
So if you were to rank me your Mount Rushmore from fourth, third, second, and first, it has to be the artists that you love listening to, that inspire the most. Like to you,
Yeah.
these are the greatest people you've listened to.
Yeah.
So, could you give me your Mount Rushmore of the music industry?
Fireboy.
Okay.
Man,
Okay, I think we'll need to do it this way.
yeah.
As you're picking them,
Yeah.
you tell me why. Because that'll be more for Fireboy.
Yeah, Fireboy. I like his energy. I mean, I like his vibe. I like what he puts out. I mean, I love his music. So I like Fireboy. He inspires me a lot.
Okay. And it's crazy. It's as if it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I remember in 2020, that was my jam. Like anything Fireboy put out, all these, that has always been my. But at some point, it feels like there's been a calm from his end.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I hope he's okay, because most of them will just drop one or two pictures on social media and it will be blowing up. I love that. Hey, where's Fireboy?
Fireboy. Whiskey. Yeah. Babala. Yeah, Whiskey. I like Whiskey. I like his music. I mean, he's doing great. He has been doing great for so many years. I mean, I've known him for so many years. He's a great artist. So he inspires me too. I like his confidence. I like everything about him. Yeah.
Talking to you, I can see how I believe you picked up so many things that you have to pick up anything from this artist.
Yeah.
Whiskey, to be precise, because you try kind of like want to give that vibe, because he's not a showman.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's two.
Fela. Everything about Fela is just so original. The message he passes in his music, the instrumentals, the performance, everything feels authentic.
And I would say, once again, impeccable pick. Why? Because I feel like this tells a lot about your storytelling act in all your tracks.
Yeah.
Because Fela is one of the, like, today, like, if I just hear the sound, I'm like, we know who we are listening to.
Yeah.
And we know that we're about to be taken on a journey. He's always telling stories in every single track.
That's true.
Okay, so the last.
And there's this group of guys I've been listening for the past years now. The Cavemen.
In as much as Mount Rushmore was supposed to carry one face, there's no way I could see you sitting here to tell me the Cavemen. I'm like, no, because that's an incredible thing. Why the Cavemen?
Their music is authentic. I mean, everything feels real. The drumming, the basses, the singing. everything feels original, everything feels cool. I mean, it's pleasant to the ear.
Amazing.
They're really putting a great work out there.
You know, thank you so much, Grati, for coming to do this with me. Um, I always pride myself in wanting to strike conversations with people because this all started with me wanting to have conversations. And if I would love to, you know, go in there and ask some questions that I believe I would want to hear your perspective on. We know we talked about you talked earlier about you being paid for a drama and the ended up management and so well that happened.
Yeah.
What have you learned or come to understand about money?
About
Money.
money. Money, money answers so many things. So many things. Well, to me,
Yeah.
I love, like I said, I like my craft. So, yes, I want the money. Yes, I want money, but it's not really all about the money. Yeah, it's about the love you have for what you're doing and the passion. Like, are you really doing this for doing sake? What are you doing? What's the purpose of you getting to do music? Yeah, is it something you love doing, or is it something you get persuaded to do, or something? I mean, that's it. It's not really about the money. Yes, I want the money, but the work first.
I hear you say this and it hits close to home because you are pursuing the music dragon. I'm here pursuing the podcast dragon. Sometimes it can be so crazy. There are times you're like, do you even want it? Doing all of this craziness, posting all this funding in, getting this track. You are promoting, you are doing this, you are recording, you are doing this, and you feel like sometimes you're like you are being seen. Sometimes you feel like you're not being seen. Imagine like you say that just you performed at Huggies and somebody just walked up and called you Andy. Like they even knew the man behind the character. It's one of those things. Sometimes that can be the why for you. Like at least somebody somebody knew and like it's just like a whole lot. So I hear that and I'm like, I could see why you would do that. You know, in terms of your one of the things I try to ask is because obviously a lot of your things are centered on relationships, your growth as a human, your personal experiences and all. I would want to ask, does any of these have to do with your upbringing, like your family and all, or where your mind still be like your mindset? Are you one that had to groom yourself into this, or this is just how you are? Because I talk to you and I get somebody that is really in touch with themselves, right? That is really self-aware of like the times, the place, even your tracks, right? Because it's not a normal thing for a Nigerian to wear their heart on their sleeves and like I feel like this is what I'm going through and I'm open to say it. I'm open to talk about it, and in your end you're putting it in your music. So I would love to understand like how like what's this like for you? Is it like a mindset thing? Is this all this just how you are? Like what's it about when it comes to how you operate or how you show up in the world?
Like I said, music to me is a natural ability.
Yes.
I mean, I agree to see myself, love music and get involved. Yeah. So my late grandfather was a late class. So, yeah. So I was deeply involved in music, and though I didn't get to meet him, but I saw the pictures. I mean, pictures tell stories too.
Yes.
So I get to see some pictures and I get to hear some stories. So that's it. I just found myself in that field and I love what I'm doing.
So it's love for you. So your you took a whole lot of you picked so much from your late dad, like you said, was musical artist. I listened to you say that and I'm like, oh, I get why you would want to choose a name like Gratitude.
Yeah, somewhat, but how the name came, gratitude. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. Yeah. So I used to have this quote on my social media.
Mm,
Gratitude is my attitude.
mm,
So it was more like um, something a hashtag I use on my post anytime I'm making a post. Yeah, so I was not like gratitude is my attitude. So I just thought of it, gratitude. Can I be gratitude? Yeah. Mm, ah, yes, I like the name gratitude. So I had to like okay, add it to my name, gratitude. Man, I didn't get to see it as a music name yet. Yeah, so it was when I was getting involved in the music, and I'm like, what name am I going to use? How am I going to brand myself? I'm like, gratitude. Yeah, I have gratitude. I'm like, okay, I'm gratitude. I had to give myself the name gratitude. Yeah, this is me. Though before then, I
mm.
mean, since I normally use the hashtag on my post, so I mean, I used to get people to cheer me. Gratitude is my attitude. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I didn't know one day I was going to take it as a music name.
That's
So
amazing.
that's how it happened.
So on the show, we used to have a segment. We try to implement the segments where um, somebody will reach out to someone that can be that's close to our guest,
Yeah.
and we'll have them, reach out to them, and they will send in a video. So we reached out to someone
Yeah.
music idol,
Oh wow.
music idol, and he had so much to say about you. He literally in this conversation talking to him about you and all of that. I'm like, also we have Brazil on the show and all. He the pride he had while communicating about like he could not wait to like he was just saying things and all, and he just put in perspective about the kind of person that you are. If you would please, would you like want to talk about like your friendship with Wills and like what's like the story there because you people were like this.
Yeah.
You were like this. So when he heard about that we having you, we could not like wait to, say one of the kind words and I really loved what he said when we tried to reach out to him about you. Like,
Okay.
so what will you tell us about like Wales and like your friendship with him?
Well, Wills, Wills is my very good friend, man. I've known him since childhood. With his positive energy, I mean everything about him is just clean, cool. I mean, he's just a very nice person. I mean, I've grown with him, so Wills is my guy.
Tell us, Will. Thank you so much for that conversation. And so end on these two notes. Gratis. So thank you for joining me once again on
Yeah,
this. I
thank
love
you.
the fact that you are here with us today talking about all of this. I would want to ask, what would you say is your superpower?
My superpower, that's I have to.
So he has so many superpowers. So he's a Batman, a Spider-Man, and an Iron Man at some point.
um, my superpower, yeah, that's the ability to write music.
Mm,
Yeah. So to me, that's my superpower. I mean,
definitely write the music.
yeah.
Do you believe him? If you think he's capping, you may be invited to go check out those tracks. So so we like to end on this note. This question is always very important to me, and as much as any guest I get to ask this to, and I always love to end it with this particular question. So Grati,
Yeah.
first of all, thank you once again.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
But if this were to be the last conversation you ever had with me, anybody, people will get to watch this, people will get to listen to this. If this was to be the very last conversation you ever had, what would you want someone like me and anybody watching or listening to never forget about you?
Okay. I would say stay consistent and believe in yourself. Stay consistent in everything you do in your life, in your daily life, and just believe in it. Yeah, consistency is the key.
Mm.
I mean, anything you're doing in life, if you're not consistent, man, you might not get the results, man. So you have to be consistent and believe in it, believe in the process. That's what we say nowadays. Believe in the process.
The process.
Yeah.
So you would never want us to forget about you being someone that always put in the work.
Yeah.
You believed in whatever you were doing, and you just joined the process. You did the process. You followed the process. You did not care about any other thing. The process was your choice.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Grati, for joining this. And if you are still wondering on why you need to go listen, right below on this link, the link to checking out all of these tracks, everything Grati has to do on YouTube, on Spotify, on Google, anywhere you listen to your music, on whatever platform you have, the link would be available here, and you can go listen, can continue streaming. You can send in your comments. We'll send it to him. You send in your reviews. This was the Chronicle Podcast. I'm your host, Samuel Lyon, and this was Grati. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Grati. Thank you so very much. Okay, I saw you breathing heavy there. Are you good? I was like, what was supposed to pause it and just, but I'm like, nah, I needed you to, just continue. Like, how was the experience for you?
Everything was cool, man. I enjoyed the session.
Enjoyed it. That's cool. So I know for sure there will be other people that would want to have a conversation with you when this goes out. I'm very sure Thrive Network, one of our guys that does podcasting, he shoots at his home. He has his own studio there, he shoots there. I know for sure he would want to have a conversation. So this is just me not only saying thank you for doing this, but also a way of like, I'll try whatever happens, like in ways of like anyone that wants to reach out, maybe for events, because we're talking like going for events and all that. Yeah. So I would just want to be of value in any way, shape, or form. Well, thank you so much for this particular one. So I would just need you to, because already you sent me a couple of things that I have pictures and all. Still need videos, small short clips, videos, maybe yes. I've taken a screenshot of like the tracks that you send the link already.
Yeah.
So it should just be linked to. Does that link lead to like a social media?
No, it doesn't. Maybe I'll have to send you the link tree.
Yes, I did link it to the social media too, so that will drop. So I remember that I will listen and want to follow this. Well, thank you so much for this.
Thank you.